It's not necessary to say Viviana started her speech. By the second phrase, she had lost her nerves and the consciousness. It always happened to her when she spoke in public. Her voice sounded peaceful. She had a kind smile and she looked right in the eyes at the people surrounding. But it wasn't a deliberate behavior. It came out like that. Afterwards, at the end, she couldn't almost assure what she had said. She had the feeling nobody cared, and they didn't understand what she was saying. "Well done," one of the pity boxes next to her said. She made a slight movement with her head, just enough to avoid he felt ignored. But she only was interested in Vigo's face. He didn't look to the ground anymore. He was looking at her. She was embarrassed. No, she was shy. She had no shame. She diverted the sight and saw everybody looking at her. She was a bit panic-stricken, thinking she had said something inappropriate until she recalled the one next to her had congratulated her. It wasn't too much guarantee, but it should be worth at least a bit. The president of the company looked at her serious. She didn't trust. Something might have happened. With this speech, we are going to consider the meeting closed. Just thank your presence, interest and support. Cesar sentenced with tired and bad mood voice. Viviana was one of the first in getting up, looking forward to leaving the room. Nobody could put out of her head she had done something wrong, and the president of the company's latest words didn't do more than confirm it to her. "Sorry," she said automatically when she collided against Vigo. "Anytime," Vigo answered with his charming smile. Viviana looked at him surprised, answering with a cunning smile, implying that the answer was the right one. "You'd better let me take you to a coffee to make up for it," Viviana flirted. "That would be fine, really fine," Vigo flirted. People cornered them on one side of the door as they were going out of the room, settling the chatting up scene down into a more favorable stage. Cesar, however, was watching from the corridor that woman pleasant to the eye but dangerous. "Look, Cesar, these are our colleagues from the council," the one of the government introduced to him. At first he didn't pay attention to them. He didn't like them interrupting his deliberations. Afterwards, the businessman came back and decided it was better not to be overconfident. It didn't seem to him a good mixture, the one of evil and stupidity, and he preferred to have them under first-hand control. "Well then, I give you my number, and when it suits, give me a call," Viviana said, giving him her card. "It always suits me, but I think it's better calling you after work." Vigo took the card. "So, technician, eh? I'm too. Even I don't understand why your hands are so much softer than mine," Vigo joked, holding her hand. "Sure, it's for the cream," Viviana played along. "Sure." Vigo kept on playing with her hand. "Excuse me," Igma intervened because she had been there standing in front of them trying they pay attention without having to force the situation. "If you would be so kind as to go out to the corridor, there is a banquet for you if you want to have something," she said with tact. Vigo was going to thank her and say he didn't feel like having anything, but Viviana, that took the hint, pulled him out, spoiling the magic moment. Igma asked the staff to leave the room impeccable again. Viviana got stuck between the council secretary and one of the pity boxes, the one that was a nuisance the whole meeting. Vigo saw himself alone, with no one to talk with, so he decided to go back to his oasis, the factory. He felt so out of place that forgot to take a last look to Viviana, not even to her evil uncle. Nice speech, Cesar said with bossy voice. Thanks, Viviana answered, out of place. Our colleague is doing a great job at the council. One of the pity boxes tried to sell a council technician as an international guru. I'm completely sure she does. Cesar more threatened than remarked.